I have a bunch of makeup sitting right here, which is new from the drugstore. So some of these like just came out, and then some of these haven't been around for that long, but they're still new. Does that make sense? So we have, like, for example, the Maybelline SuperStay concealer. This is new. This is brand new, that just dropped. The Essence Catching Clouds primer, which I don't even think is available everywhere yet. We have the Maybelline Curl Bounce mascara, E.L.F cookies and cream. This is the one I'm most excited for. This just dropped from Catrice Cosmetics, the Pro Hint of Mint eyeshadow palette. I know, look at that. So I can't wait to play with that. And then we have the like Thick It Stick It brow thing from NYX. So we're gonna dive straight into it. So I think I'm gonna start off with eyes this time. And the first thing I'm gonna go into is this one, which is brand new from E.L.F. They launched their Cookies and Dreams collection. And this is the No Budge eyeshadow. And this one is in the shade Cookie Lover. And I decided to pick up this one because it's a beautiful like chocolate brown with a little bit of a gold pearl in there. So I think it's going to be beautiful on its own, or like maybe just as a eyeliner as well. So we're going to use this as a base and then use that palette. So let's go ahead and have a look at it. There we go. Has a little bit of a gold sheen. And the No Budge pencils are really creamy and they literally do not budge. Wow. That went on super easy. It's so creamy, it literally just glides. Look at that. It has ever so slightly like these little glitter specks coming through. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You can blend these out as well, which is why I love these, because it gives you enough playtime to smudge it, if that makes sense, and play around with it. But then it also literally dries down and it does not go anywhere. So this is great for like a night out. You can build it up, but let's just use this first like this. They do have other shades in this as well. I mean, once I have my foundation on, I would literally put on mascara and I'm good to go, because this is like the prettiest, just sultry little smoky brown liner. First, I'm going to go into this palette right here. So this is brand new from Catrice Cosmetics, and this is their Pro palette, and it's the Hint of Mint palette. So this is brand new. I bought this from Just My Look. They always launch Essence and Catrice Cosmetics over on that website. And this is the one that just dropped. And I know this is available in Europe at the moment and for us in the UK. So this is basically a palette with neutrals and with mint shades and bronzes. And it just looks like a really, really nice palette. I mean, I'm very excited to be testing this one out. I am so tempted to swatch them. Let's just go ahead. Oh, it feels super creamy. Look at that. That shade is called Lagoon. We have a matte, which is just called Mint. And it's literally, look how pigmented that is. A matte mint shade. So let's go ahead and play around with this. The first shade I'm going to be taking is the shade called Shady. And it's a nice light kind of brown shade. Okay. Instantly pigmented. Like instantly super pigmented. Next, I'm going to go into the mint, because let's just go right in. I'm going to take it with my finger and apply that. Oh my goodness. All over the lid. Wow. Look how vibrant. Okay, so I need to make it a little more vibrant. Next, I'm going to darken it up, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here called Poise. And it's kind of like a warm chocolate brown. It's got a lot of warmth to it, and I'm applying that on the outer corner. Drag it in as well. So I feel like it's getting a little patchy, just a little patchy. So next I'm going to be going into Lagoon. I'm actually going to pack that on the lid instead and see what that's going to do. And it's that beautiful like teal blue green shade. Green more than blue. Okay, this is super intense and super creamy. This is, I feel like the shimmers are probably performing a lot better than the mattes are at this point. Next, I'm going to take the shade Frosty, and this is a beautiful like frosty iridescent blue white, and it shifts blue depending on what light it's in. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a super pretty, very iridescent shade, and I'm just going to be applying that in my inner corner just to brighten up this look. Taking a little of that with my finger and just ever so slightly putting it in the center as well. So my final thoughts on this palette, because I can't use every single shade of course, is that the shimmers are really nice. They're really silky and really creamy, and they definitely give off like a nice vibrant foiled effect. But the mattes I'm not liking, because I feel like it just looks very muddy and messy, and I don't know again if it's the color combination. I mean, usually this color combination goes well, or if it's just the mattes looking really like dry and patchy. I'm not sure. I mean, they blend nicely, like they're going on smooth, but just, I don't know, it's just for some reason when you start layering it starts getting patchy. So that's the only downside to this. What I'm going to be going into today is one that's brand new, of course, from Maybelline. This is the brand new Maybelline, the Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara, and this one looks nice. It looks promising. Just a normal curl wand, curved wand. So I guess let's just go in and see. And this mascara claims that it lifts the lashes, it's obviously curling, and it makes them look super nice and full. I don't like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it. The first thing, it's just that mascara again that I never like, where it's very wet, so it doesn't really cling onto your lashes and do much, if that makes sense. I like more of a thicker, drier formula in mascaras, and this is just one of those really wet brush bristles where it doesn't really pick up much and it doesn't really disperse like product on your lashes. It's definitely making them look long, and it just, I don't know, I feel like I've used other mascaras where my lashes look super full and thick looking, and I feel like with this, like, it just is like a normal mascara. Oh, I don't like this. If you guys have tried this, let me know if this has happened to you as well, like if you just felt the same way I do. Yeah, this is absolutely not my favorite, so I'm gonna pass on this and say that it's definitely not worth it, which is such a shame because, you know, Maybelline has great mascaras, but this is not it for me, so I don't like this. I'm gonna pass on it. Before I forget, I'm gonna just quickly go back into that E.L.F eyeliner and just run this on the edge. Oh yeah, this is so much better. Just to kind of like, oh, look at that. Add a little bit of this darkness, and I don't even need to blend it. I love this. I would give this a huge thumbs up. For the face, I do have this, which is brand new from Essence Cosmetics, and this is their Catching Clouds Cloud Touch Mousse Primer. This is so affordable, and it just launched with their like cloud collection. And this is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and have a look. It's a really nice, looks like a whipped moussey texture. I'll put the brightness down so you guys can see right there. Doesn't have a scent at all, like literally no scent. But the texture is like coconut oil. You know, if you've ever touched like coconut oil when it's a little melted, that's what it feels like. And it straight up looks like coconut oil. I swear it's like coconut oil. Oh my god, this is so, yeah, I swear this is like coconut oil. Okay, let's see. It feels like a blurring sort of silicone primer is how it feels. And I feel like it slightly like mattifies or blurs the skin as well. It is so incredibly silky and like silicone feel. I wouldn't say it's moussey, because mousse to me is like mousse, right? And this definitely isn't a mousse. It's more like a really just creamy silicone primer. This feels really nice and soft. Very matte. Very, very matte. But not in a drying way. It doesn't strip you. I like that a lot. So I'm just going to do foundation. I'm actually going to go into the Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector. And I did do a whole separate video on this. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. I go more in depth with it. But because this is new as well, this just launched, I'm going to use it in this video as well. And this is also a very moussey whipped BB cream is what they say it is. Well, they don't say it's a BB cream. They say it's just like a kind of all-in-one product. But I call it a BB cream. And this, oh my gosh, is just going on so nicely with that primer. This provides medium coverage and it's buildable as well. And it's literally got that mousse texture. This is more moussey than the primer. Okay, now we've got our base down. Looks nice and flawless. So I mentioned before the 30-hour SuperStay foundation wasn't my favorite, but I'm excited to try the concealer. So this one is up to 30-hour wear. It's a like creamy but mattifying concealer, buildable but also full coverage. And yeah, it's supposed to be like, you know, what the foundation is, but in concealer form. So let's go ahead and test it out. I do have the shade 11. Ooh. Okay, really skinny doe foot applicator, very tiny. Like very tiny. I don't think I've ever seen a concealer wand looking that tiny before, and it looks very thin and flat, and it's a really nice color. It's a yellow undertone, so let's go ahead and see. Oh, feels very creamy and very light. Doesn't feel heavy, and I must say I'm actually really liking this doe foot applicator. It feels comfortable underneath the eyes. It doesn't feel like, you know, I'm applying too much concealer. And it doesn't feel heavy. Oh. It's doing the same thing the foundation done. It's drying really fast. It's drying really fast. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is not blending. Oh, this is not blending. It's very dry and matte underneath the eyes. Let's see if I can blend this nose. Oh, this is a no for dry skin. This is an absolute no for dry skin. So the reason I don't like this is, one, it's super hard to work with. It dries very quickly, and it went on creamy, but then it dries instantly, so it's very hard to blend and work with. So you have to work with one side at a time, and then of course if you do have dry skin, as you're blending, it's just kind of like picking up on dry skin and it's accentuating it. And also it's very sheer and dry looking. Like, I thought it was going to give a lot of coverage, them saying that it gives a lot of coverage, and it's like my under eyes still look really dark, and I don't really have that happen even with sheer concealers. So I don't know, like if I step back, you guys will see like it kind of brightened my under eyes but didn't conceal. Does that make sense? So I just finished the rest of my makeup adjusted brown and that lagoon green metallic shade on the lower lash line. I did set the concealer with a little bit of Laura Mercier powder, and I will say it looks nice underneath the eyes. Like, I feel like it's brightened my under eyes, but it's still dry looking and it hasn't concealed. So I don't know, I might just use that on top of another concealer just to brighten slightly, or if I really want my skin to be matte for an event or something, I'll go in with that, but it wouldn't be like my everyday choice. Next, I'm gonna go into a brow product. This is, oh my god, this is viral all over TikTok, and this is the NYX Thick It Stick It, which, by the way, follow me on TikTok because I'm posting a lot over there, and I think you guys will like the content. So yeah, this is the Thick It Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara from NYX, and this is supposed to be a thickening brow mascara, vegan formula with hair-like fibers, smudge and transfer resistant, and it's supposed to basically make you look like you have thick, full-looking brow hairs. It definitely looks like the E.L.F Wow Brow gel. It's literally the E.L.F Wow Brow, where it has these like fibers on it, so it's going to look really nice and full. So let's go ahead and test this out. So as you can see, I do have a gap in my brow right here, and I want to see what it's going to do. I hope this shade is okay. They did have a black, but I didn't want to go for that. I like it because it looks so natural and literally like very bushy and like brow like. It doesn't feel like it's drying down hard. Oh, actually it is. Yeah, it does dry down hard, so it will definitely stay in place. But it doesn't look, oh wait, okay, it's really drying down hard, but it doesn't look heavy. I really like this shade because it's like the perfect color if you do have black brows but you don't want to go for a brow gel that's black, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to make your brows look even more harsh. And it definitely changed the color of them as well to make them a little more on the brown side to like match my hair. So I actually really like this product. The only thing I can say right now is when I'm moving my face, it feels very stiff, almost like glue. Like, it's definitely dried down super hard. And it definitely feels like uncomfortable to move my brows and like make faces, but but it looks really nice. I do have that gap still a little bit there, but I actually really like that. So yeah, I would definitely use this maybe if I'm going to the beach, if I'm going in the swimming pool, or if it's, you know, maybe a really, really hot day and I want my brows to look nice and full, but, you know, I still want it to stay in place. This would be a great one to use. So yeah, not too bad. I actually do like that. I'm just gonna do my mascara on the bottom lashes and I'll be back to do the lips. I've been eyeing this and I got it, and it's the brand new Maybelline Lifter lip gloss, the bronze collection. I don't know if it's limited edition. Let me know if you guys know. I don't know if they've added these new bronzy shades to the permanent Lifter lip gloss line, or if it is its own limited collection, but I decided to pick up the shade bronze number 18. The reason why is because I've been super into this. I haven't found a product like this yet, but I've been super into this like 90s like grunge brown but also like bronze kind of lip. I saw one from Chanel and I didn't get it, but this just reminds me like it's gonna, I don't know, it looks a bit too bronze, a bit too gold. Oh, it's a lot more sheer. It's pretty, but I think it's a little too orange for me. A little too orange. I don't think I'd wear it on its own, and my lips are naturally very pigmented, so I think that's just kind of throwing it off. Or it could just be because of the eyes. I do really like it. I think I would use this mainly on a light nude or like a really deep chocolate brown nude and put this on top. Let's do that now. It's not as brown as I wanted, but I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Sandstorm lipstick. With a little bit of Mochalicious. That's what I want. Yep. Ooh, super pretty. So what I will say with this lip gloss, very comfortable, non-sticky, very, very high shine and glossy. I like the shade, but I do have to use it with lipsticks. I definitely would recommend the bronze colors from this gloss that they just added to the line. They do have a gold, which is lighter than this. I think they have like a rusty shade. They have an even deeper one as well, which I might get. But yeah, I do really like the bronze one. So again, this is that one. And I think that is it for the look. I know it kind of doesn't go, but let me know what you guys think of all the products. Is it my favorite look? No, but it was mainly just to test out the products. So I'm gonna whiz through this really quickly. The things I will recommend to you guys is definitely the E.L.F Cookie Lover No Budge eyeshadow crayon stick. I think it's beautiful. I think you guys need this. It's so creamy, so silky, and it really does not budge, and I think it just does something to the look and to the eyes. And also the Cloud Touch mousse kind of primer from Essence. This one's really nice, really like mattifying, but in a really comfortable way, and it makes the skin like silk, I swear. The mascara skip on the brow. Now that I'm moving my face, it definitely has settled down. It's not as hard feeling as it was when I first applied it, so I definitely would recommend this if you're looking for a brow product like this and you always do your brows. This would be a great one. The gloss, definitely get either that shade or get some other shades. The eyeshadow palette, you can skip on or you can get. It really depends if you are looking for an affordable eyeshadow palette with some minty shades, or just like all over pops of colors with some browns. This one would be a great one. Love the shimmers. Not really a fan of the mattes, but you guys can take that how you want. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it enjoyable and helpful, and let me know if you guys want to see me test new drugstore makeup, because there's always new things coming out. So I hope everyone is staying safe, and I'm gonna let you guys go now. Until next time, I'll speak to you guys all in my next video.